Here's MC. Hey guys, and welcome to another Rising MC. When you hear the word terrifying, or scary, or horror, what is one of the first things you think about? Yes. You all would think about horror movies. They are technically terrifying. But beside that, what's another thing you think about when you hear scary or horrifying or whatever? True enough, anime is very scary, especially when it gets down to the darker tones. But beside that, what's another thing you think about when you hear those words? True enough, games are also very terrifying, including some like Amnesia and Slender. Very scary. But besides those three, what's another thing you think about when you hear the word terrifying?
To my homegirls here with the big butt, shaking it like we on a strip club.
For the sake of this segue, I'm going to say Creepypasta.
Yes, indeed, my friends. If you thought that movies or anime or games or whatever the heck that last thing was is terrifying, this is equally as terrifying. The title does sound a little weird, but don't let the title fool you. It's very dark and it's very sadistic. The stories range from terrifying, creepy, disturbing, to just weird and dumb. They range from true stories to urban legends to video game glitches. Yep, video game glitches, if you didn't hear that the first time. And of course, it's a big hit, hitting people all over the world, disturbing them to no end. In fact, it even disturbed me to no end. But what makes Creepypasta so scary? Is it the title? I doubt that. Is it the stories? Is it the killers? Is it the website? Or is it the huge fan base that this has?
So, grab your teddy bears and blankets for protection. This is my Creepypasta review.
Finding the website is very easy to do. All you have to do is go over to Google, type down creepypasta.com, and you will find the site instantly. Creepypasta comes from the word copypasta, an internet slang term for block-off text that get copied and pasted over and over again from website to website. There is no original founder to the site because each story is made by several different people. Some are women, some are children, some are men, some are babies. Okay, maybe not babies, but you do get the point. Although, after reading 4 or 5 stories from this site, I may warn you right here and now that this site is not for a younger audience, probably around 17 to 19, but definitely not for a younger audience, so viewer discretion is advised. The monsters on Creepypasta can range from video games characters, TV show characters, monsters, to normal human beings. Let's start out with the most popular of the bunch, Slender Man. Slender Man is a paranormal figure portrayed to have been in existence for centuries. In fact, maybe since the beginning of time. Nobody really knows. But he, for some reason, has made a huge hit on people. People have been afraid of him, they've pulled pranks portraying as him, there has been musicals.
Standing and they run.
Okay, and of course, there's even a video game called Slender, an 8-page game where you're supposed to find 8 pages before Slender Man finds you. It's so scary, horrifying, and just disturbing that it's reached one of the top games in America. Another Creepypasta character that you may have heard of is another called Jeff the Killer. I'm sure you've all seen this face somewhere before in your life, and trying to forget it. And I don't blame you, because this face is horrifying. Jeff the Killer is probably one of the scariest ones for a couple reasons. One is his age. In the story, it says he was around 16 to 17. The idea that someone this young could be killing people so soon is pretty darn disturbing. Second, he looks kind of creepy. Very creepy, actually, and yet for some reason, everybody loves him. Yeah, if you stop and go on Google, type in Jeff the Killer, you'll find the original face and stuff, but other times, you'll find fan art, fan fiction of him and some other weird girl, I'm guessing the person who drew the fan art or wrote the fan fiction, either making out, kissing him, or doing evil crimes with him. A lot of girls I've met who know Jeff the Killer are somewhat attracted to him.
Which is kind of weird because Jeff the Killer looks like this. Not like this. This. It would make sense if he looked like this, all sexy and pretty because, hey, he's Christopher Pine. But no. It looks like this. Carved smile, no eyelids, pale skin, the whole 9 yards. Why would anybody be attracted to a face like that? What sense does that make? I mean, Jeff the Killer ain't sexy. He's sick, twisted, demented. I mean, look at this. They draw cute little anime figures of him. They draw fan art. They have fan fiction. And here is the biggest one of all. They actually have yaoi of this character. Yaoi! What freaking idiot would actually draw this kind of stuff? And it's not just with, I don't know, some other dude. No. Other creepypasta characters like Ben Drowned, Eyeless Jack, and Slenderman. Slenderman! Are you freaking... Okay. Let me just... For all the people who are watching this on the internet right now, I don't want to be attracted to someone who looks like this. I am a 16 human girl. I'm a 16-year-old human girl. There we go, sorry. I want to be attracted to someone who looks like this. Okay? So, please, if there is someone out there who actually likes this stuff, who likes this Jeff the Killer character, please, tell me. I want to know what you see in him because I don't see it. I mean, and even people out there on the internet, they're going to watch this character and they're going to think the exact same way as me. They don't want to be attracted to someone who looks like this. They want to be attracted to someone who looks like this. Unless they're a guy, then they want to be attracted to someone who looks like this. I put it to you. Has there ever been a serial killer that you actually had the hots for? That doesn't count!
Okay, besides from Jeff the Killer, there's another character called Ben Drowned. I never read the story about him, but he's also very popular as well. My guess is that if you mess up playing the Ocarina of Time from the Legend of Zelda game, you get killed by this character. Well, it's a good thing too, because I wasn't planning to play the Legend of Zelda games anytime soon. The stories in Creepypasta can range from fun, stupid, thrilling, to boring. Some of my favorites are the Jeff the Killer one. Another one is Slenderman. Well, that didn't have an actual story. It is still fun to read about the facts. Eyeless Jack is a good one. The grocery list is pretty good. But my all-time favorite creepypasta is one called the Russian Sleep Experiment. It's all about these Russian doctors, or scientists, asking themselves, what if we put 5 people in a room breathing in this experimental gas we just came up, and told them not to sleep for 50 days? What do you think will happen? And that's exactly what they did, and boy was it the biggest mistake of their lives. It's sick, twisted, creepy, demented, and all in all, I thought it was a pretty good story. But here's something you should do when reading creepypasta. Any story, it doesn't have to be just the Russian Sleep Experiment, it can be any of them. Don't read it by yourself. That's something I did, and I regretted it for 5 nights. 5 all-nighters, people. 5 all-nighters. Okay, anyway, I suggest you read this in the daylight with your parents in the room, or your family, or something like that. Just don't read it alone. Creepypasta is a website to scare and unnerve audiences, and it succeeded with its scary stories, creepy character designs, and terrifying fan base. This website is one of the scariest websites for folk tales ever made. But with that being said, how did I enjoy it? Well, yeah, I enjoyed it. It is a good website, and actually, I'm happy I read it. Just not all that happy, because doing this review and getting the pictures and stuff, I may not be able to sleep tonight. I mean, I'm gonna be scared out of my toucans all night long. But it was all for you guys. So with that all being said, I'm giving Creepypasta, in my personal enjoyment, I give it an 8, no, 7 out of 10. And as an overall rating, I give it a 9 out of 10. And yeah, go ahead and read it badge. Only reserved for one of the best.
And that's all I gotta say about it. And since I've reviewed something pretty scary, dark, and very complex, I guess I gotta review something cute, cuddly, and nice. So, what do I got?
交わした約束忘れないよ目を閉じてしかめる押し寄せた闇振り払って進むよ
You know what? Yeah, I think I will review Madoka Magica. It's a magical girl anime. Nothing can possibly go wrong with one of those. This has been another Rising MC, and now, the dishes.